relationship with WOCA started in 2009. WOCA is family-friendly, community-involved station. When we moved to our new location on 17th Street in October of 2016, of course, we went to WOCA so they could tell everybody our new location. The folks at WOCA really care about their clients and want them to be successful. For all of your shipping needs, call Packmail, and to tell the Ocala area about your business, call WOCA, because WOCA radio gets results.
That's right, we do. 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are you all?
Pretty good. Where are you right now?
Just heading up to Jacksonville today.
Today's a Jacksonville day. Wow, another mileage thing for you. Do you know what I have? Oh, you know, one of my apps on my new phone tells me how far I've walked during the day. I guess you've had this all along, but I didn't even know I had it on here.
Sure. Yeah, it's pretty much one of those standard things on every phone.
I walked a lot more in New York than I walk in Ocala on a daily basis.
Oh, I'll bet. I'll bet you do. Yeah, well, you don't have, there's no reason to drive anywhere. It just takes so long.
Yeah. So I
mean, you would not drive. You would probably not walk, more than half a mile in Ocala. But in New York, you would walk probably a mile to get to somewhere.
Just walk everywhere.
So,
you know what it is. You say, well, where is it? Well, so it's just 3 blocks. Okay, so you go 3 blocks, and then you have to walk 3 blocks back, and then where's the next place? Oh, it's just 4 blocks. Sure. You're doing it in little increments, but it adds up in the course of a day.
Mm-hmm. Or you're going up and down stairs to a subway or something like that. I mean, there's a lot of walking in that town.
Yeah. So today I have the subject of laziness to talk to you about.
Oh, good.
I don't view you as a lazy person.
Trying to get better at it.
No, I don't. You're not a lazy person at all. And I hope nobody thinks I am either. But I have my moments where I just want to be lazy. Do you ever?
Yeah, that's it. That's what I mean. That's why I want to get better at it.
It's hard to be lazy for me. It really is. I gotta fly.
Yeah, but I
mean, like on like what I'm talking about, like on a Sunday afternoon, you're like, I just don't want to do anything. You got to get better at that. There's got to be a better technique, so you just don't do anything.
Because it's boring.
But here's the thing about laziness. Tell me if you agree with this, either of you. Laziness is sometimes also disguised as busyness. Does that make sense to you? No? Nobody gets it?
No, I don't get it.
You're just faking it?
All right, so
you mean you're working really hard at not doing anything?
No. All right, let me give you an example. Quite often, because of what Robin and I do when we're not here, I have to illustrate whatever, or work on an illustration. And I'll put it off, and so instead of illustrating, I'm, sorting laundry or going through email or something like that. Sorting laundry. That's what I want to do. But you know what I mean? I'm doing other things other than what I should be doing. I'm still busy. I'm just not, and so I'm lazy because I don't want to do the thing I really should be doing.
Procrastination. I think that's different. I look at lazy as just sitting on a chair and not doing much of anything.
Really? So you never have something you should be doing, but it's just so. It's just
There's always something we should be doing.
It's just such a task that you say, you know what, I'm not going to do that, but I'll do something else productive. I'll wash the car,
Well, you're still being productive, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, because laziness to me is just not doing anything, just sitting there.
Do you monitor your laziness? Like, do you have like a built-in?
I don't know.
A built-in thing that says, "Okay, I've done enough. This is enough laziness. It's time for me to get off my butt and do something." Do you know the whole?
I don't know. I haven't been there in a while.
The whole idea of taking the train was so that I could have 22 hours of nothing. Mm-hmm. That was really, honestly, that was part of it. I thought 22 hours, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
See, I would look at that as that's 22 hours I have to fill by doing something that I don't really want to do. Well, that's the reverse for me. To me, that I would just consider that a complete and utter waste of time. And I cannot stand wasting time.
Yeah, but it's
one of my pet peeves.
Yeah, but if you were home, okay. A lot of times when we'll say, oh, there's an event happening in Orlando, somebody in Ocala will go, oh, that's too far to go. And so in the car, what does it take? 90 minutes to drive to Orlando?
Yeah.
In the car, you're sitting in a seat for 90 minutes. At home, you're going to be sitting in a seat for 90 minutes watching TV.
Yes.
You could have gone to the event.
That's exactly. You could have gone
but
to
it's
the
a
event.
lot different than 22 hours.
No, I know, but I looked at the 22 hours as a way to be. Okay, here's a good example, a better example. When I need to have my tires changed on my car, for some reason that's a long wait.
Yeah.
And you go to the tire place and you sit in the waiting room, and there's nothing to do.
No.
There's nothing. You read an old magazine or watch, some crappy TV that somebody else has tuned to their channel.
Or go to the vending machine.
Yeah. So, but I like that. I like being forced to do nothing once in a while.
Yeah.
So-
that works for
but-
me.
You don't see. I plan that out. I plan what I'm going to do while I'm waiting.
But
gee.
but I will agree with you that 22
do.
22 hours of nothing was a little bit too long. So
Like make a list of who I need to talk to, or calls I need to make, or emails I need to do while I'm doing that. Yeah.
That's what my brother does every time he drives. He plays music with the Gainesville Community Band. Every time he drives from Lottie to band practice, he's always calling my mother.
There you go.
And if I'm
do
over
that all
there,
the time.
and if I'm over there, she'll answer the phone and she'll say, "It's Jim. He's on his way to band practice."
Yeah.
And
Now,
there he
see, that's
is.
using
Yeah.
your time wisely. I mean, after 22 hours, I don't think I would lose my mind. I would. I'm like, oh boy. I mean, I would read for part of it, and then I'd be like, okay, all right.
well, I'm not going to argue with you because you're absolutely right about that. But it was something to do.
I mean, it's
I
something you wanted
enjoyed
to
it.
do. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I understand it, but I just would never do it. That's all.
All right, it sounds like you do monitor your laziness, though. It sounds like if you are going stir crazy with 22 hours of nothing, then that means you already know, even before doing it, that you're going to find something to do just to combat the laziness.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means we all three of us agree on that. We all do monitor our own laziness. Mm-hmm. So what do you do to fight it? What do you do to fight laziness?
Take a
I have
nap.
a job.
Take a nap.
I think taking a nap is part of being lazy.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think taking a nap is good if you're
Yeah, you need to-
tired.
I agree. I
Yeah.
love a nap on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I like being
Put
rejuvenated.
on a golf tournament and just fall asleep. That's the best. I mean, that is.
But if you have a big job, an illustration job is usually a big job for me, right? It takes me a whole week usually just to do one of them, right? So, I mean, a good one. And so you have to break it down that way. You have to say, well, I'm
Foreheads are tough.
Huh?
Those foreheads are tough.
Foreheads are tough. Well, that was a different story. So you can't compare that to this.
Come on, that's just funny.
It is funny. Have you shown it to Heather Locklear, by the way? Have you shown her your
No, I haven't. Maybe I don't know if I should. What do you think?
Do you know? I got to see my cousins for the first time in 46 years when I was in New York.
That's
yeah?
wonderful.
Yeah,
Did they
They're
recognize
so
you?
yeah, because they keep up with me on Facebook.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
How old was Linda? 71.
Yes.
71 years old. Wow.
Yep. 9 years older than you.
She looks good though. All right. So where was I going with this?
I don't know.
Combating laziness.
Oh, this is from Psychology Today. They have these 12 tips to overcome laziness. Number 1, break down a task into smaller tasks. So
There you go.
that's kind of what I was going to say. That with the illustration thing, for example, I won't sit and do it a whole thing in one day. Just impossible. Okay. Rest, sleep, and exercise are a good way to combat laziness. Rest, sleep, and exercise.
Yeah, that gets you pumped.
I agree. I mean, what I find is like if I skip working out for like a week, it's really hard to start again. It's just like, oh gosh, I really don't want to do this.
It's a
But
task.
if you do it, on a daily basis or multiple times a week, it's much easier to get going and stay going.
What do you use? Because it says here motivation, and it uses the carrot on a stick example. What do you use as the carrot on the stick? For example, in your case, you like cruises. So you might say, if I don't do this, then I won't have that cruise, a year from now. Mm-hmm. Right? Or if I don't do this, I won't have a good Christmas budget or that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I'm a salaried employee, so it doesn't matter how hard I work, I won't get paid anymore. So it's a little different. Well, I guess that came out wrong, but I mean, I can't put in
Larry's
more hours
salary.
to make more money. Yeah, you know what I mean? I can't do, I guess I could take up a second job, but I don't have time for a second job. So, I mean, what motivates me, I mean, it just, I just like to get stuff done. I like to see things when they're done.
Well, but I'm sure there's plenty of things. There's no pay at the end of the whole deal, right? Like when
Coaching.
Yeah.
coaching, right? It's a good
coaching,
example.
but again, there's a different kind of a payoff. You want to see the kids improve.
Like, what was the motivation for
see,
high school football? When you did the play-by-play, what was?
I just love it. I just enjoy it. To me, I could, that's just something that I miss terribly, and you don't realize how much you miss something until you do it. And so when I did that game last year, I'm like, man, I want to do this, and we just couldn't really pull it off until this year, and so I love it.
I think it was great, by the way.
I absolutely love it. Yeah, I enjoy the heck out of it. That to me, I don't need to fire to get motivated to do that. That's something I enjoy doing.
Do you know, I wanted to tell you something about that, just to take an aside for a second. Some of the co-hosts that you had, I heard you say to them that they had great voices, and I wouldn't argue with you that they did. But it's not always about the voice. I mean, a lot of times it's about the delivery and the passion and the excitement in the voice. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying those guys didn't have that. I think everybody who was with you did a really good job. But I mean, the compliment goes right back to you too. But nobody was giving it back to you.
Yeah.
Well, nobody in my career has ever said, "Wow, you have a really good voice."
Yeah, but I was waiting for the "I love you too" moment. It was like you were telling them.
That would have been a lie.
Never.
That would have been a lie. I've never had a great voice.
No, I disagree. I think you do. I think you have a great voice.
I think you're used to it. I don't know if you hear it for the first time. A lot of people think I'm an old woman. I think I'm a woman. When I did this for a living and I was trying to make this my career, I would send demo tapes all over the country, and the feedback, when I would get feedback, would be, we really don't want a woman in this position. I got that one time. Because my name's Galen, they don't know if it's a male or a female. But it was, your voice just isn't ready. I heard that. So I had a couple of people say I should start smoking.
Oh.
But that's the reality of it. I mean, that is. I mean,
what were you sending them?
I've always.
Were you reading the news or were you doing play-by-play?
I did both. I did. I would do it was really three things. I would do my reads. So if I was reading a sports story, I would do play-by-play, and then I'd also include my stuff from my morning show. And it was just tough. It was really, if you want to go in this business, you got to go places. And nobody wanted me on air. They all wanted me to be a producer, and I just didn't want to be a producer.
Oh. Yeah. Well, a producer in radio, you know what they do.
And I've shared the story. Yeah. Well, it's not like being a producer for Matt Lauer. Thanks. Like the fan in New York, WFAN, the number one sports station in the world, wanted me to be a producer for one of their evening shows, and then to produce the New York Rangers. And they were going to pay me like $35,000 to live in New York City. I'm like, I can't afford that. So, yeah.
Yeah, but that's like 18,000 here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, this was in 1997. I mean, that still wasn't any money.
No.
Yeah, no, that's tough. That's not good enough for that city.
Not enough.
Yeah. So motivation, you have to have a vision of what and who you want to be in order to combat laziness. Have a vision. I think you do that well, Galen. You're a great motivator.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Are you as good a coach to yourself as you are to others?
Ooh. I used to be. I don't really coach myself much anymore. I used to read like all the self-help books, and I'm pretty. And I tell people this, and they look at me like I'm crazy, but I'm pretty content in my life. Where I'm at.
Yeah, sure. Sounds like.
So I'm good at what I do. I know I know my job well. I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I don't really have any more upward mobility at this time in my life.
Do you know?
I don't want to sacrifice my time with my boys or doing the other things I love, like doing high school football, and I would have to sacrifice that part to move any further up. I just don't want to do that.
One of the things that has been coming up lately is about fornication, and how we were all being told that
it just comes up in conversation
with the sexual allegations thing. Okay,
the harassment.
Okay, yeah, the sexual harassment stuff. So we were told that the fornication is nothing to be ashamed of. Like the thing you taught in church, wait till you're married to have sex, that kind of thing. And then be. What's the Ten Commandments? Don't commit adultery.
Yes, exactly.
So you don't mess around with somebody else, and you don't mess around with somebody until you're married, right? Those two things.
Right.
And we were told, that's hogwash. And now it turns out that everybody is saying, no, that's the way we want you to be. We want you to be the person who is true to his wife. We want you to be the person who is going to wait until you're married. Mm-hmm. Right? Have you?
Yes.
I mean, is that not the message we're getting now from all the ladies who are coming forward saying this is horrible, and it is horrible.
It is.
But I think part of it is this insistence that the media was trying to make us believe that we were wrong for trying to walk the straight and narrow, or as my father would say, keep your nose clean.
Yeah. There's always somebody else to blame.
I don't know.
Always.
So. Don't be lazy.
No.
be vigilant in your convictions.
Wait, are you close to Jacksonville Landing when you go there, because they've got the really pretty Christmas tree and things there?
No. This is a business trip. I wouldn't go anywhere to look at a tree. Like if it was in the lobby of where I was going, I'd be like, okay, yeah, you got a Christmas tree. Yeah.
Okay. That's right. No nonsense. You're there for a job, and
that's right up there with looking at that. That would be. I know you guys used to promote the thing in Orlando with the Gaylord Palms. Is that right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ice thing.
Yeah.
Like that would. I would have zero interest in ever going. I mean, Dan's like, hey, you want tickets? I'm like, no, because if my wife wants to go, then I have to go. I don't want to go to that.
Yeah, but it is nice.
It is beautiful. It's fabulous.
Nice. But it's not. Yeah, I don't want to do it.
But if you do go,
it's great.
But if you do go, since you brought it up, if you do go, don't just go to Ice. Go through the rest of the hotel, because the hotel has a lot of shows that they do for free.
Free Christmas shows, hot chocolate.
Although you pay like $40 to park there.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how much it costs to park.
That just seems. I would dread that. The whole 90-minute ride, I would be dreading it. And my boys would be, especially now, they just wouldn't go. But they would be like, even when they were like 9 or 10, they're like, I don't want to go to this.
All right, I have a little story to tell you.
I like looking at stuff. I'm not a good looking at stuff. When people want to show you, let me look at your. I don't want to look at your stuff. Right?
So you don't.
You know what I mean?
Well, what about museums? Do you like museums?
That's other people's stuff that's really old. Sometimes it's fun.
All right, so I have a story to tell you. Last week, a week ago today, we were standing looking for that parade to come by.
Yes.
And we were super crowded, and I was standing in front of a restaurant that was reserved for this private party. Mm-hmm. And the guy who was the guard there was this big guy, and his name was Julius.
Nice
and I was talking to him because I had my back to the barricade because I didn't want to be standing in front of anybody. So I was right there. So I would turn around and talk to Julius. Mm-hmm. Well, Julius was a federal agent with the UN.
Yeah. And
he was talking to me about this, that, and the other thing. And he said, after I'm done here, I got to go back to the UN. We have a Bosnian guy on trial. Mm-hmm. And then yesterday, did you see this story? The guy in court drinks poison and kills himself in court. Did you see the story?
That was something. Wow.
I saw that.
So I don't know if that's the same guy he was going to go to court with or not, but isn't it something? It's just small world, huh?
Like, okay, just you didn't have to do that in such a public fashion. I guess he made his statement. I don't know.
Yeah.
Silly.
Yeah. Were you okay? Are you driving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. All right. All right. Galen, how's the blood supply right now?
We're okay. Again, as I keep saying, we're still in need of platelets, so we just need people to get out there, get the life to donate platelets and red cells. So if you see the bus, the red, white, and blue bus out there, please come by and see us and stop in, find out all about how you can donate blood, and one donation saves 3 lives this holiday weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we would like to thank Penn Flooring and Palm Garden. They are the sponsors of that important announcement. There is no blood supply without us. So Galen kind of... Hey, speaking of battling laziness, I mean, that's right there. That's your motivation right there. That's your daily reminder.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
And you want to know something? In a way, donating blood is being lazy, because all you got to do is lay down.
Absolutely. I was going to say that. I mean, that's a productive little taxation there for 2.5 hours. You're doing exactly what you need to do and enjoying yourself with some popcorn and a movie.
That's it. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And if you're the fella, they give you the remote. I mean, gosh, what more can you ask for?
They'll give you your own remote. We have separate TVs for each bed.
And where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, today we're at the Walmart down in Summerfield.
Okay, right on 441.
All right.
Yep.
All right, again, be careful driving and coming back, and go look at a tree. Come on.
Yeah.
It's the season. Go look at a tree.
There's one at Market Street at Heathbrook, too. They got their big tree up.
I got to get mine this weekend, and it's just like, I bring it into the house, and that's it. I make sure that it's level. We do a live tree. I put it in the stand. I make sure it's got water. And then that's it. I'm out. I don't touch it after that.
Oh, yeah.
Boys and my wife and decorate it.
That's it. Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah. You've done your part. I agree with that.
I'll make sure the lights work. I test the lights.
That's it. That's the man's
so
job.
that when I hand the strands, they're working.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Yeah, the man's job is to put up the tree and check the lights and then go take a break.
Walk away slowly. And then go to the garage and make busy work. That's my job.
All right, Galen. Have a good day. Thank you for what you do.
Don't come back into the house until the tree is done. They're going to ask you for your help.
And then
Make
do you
sure all
compliment
the ladders and the step ladders are there. When it's done. I've been married a long time. My wife she'll ask me, what does the tree look? I love it. I think it's He knows that I really don't care. It's like wrapping paper to me. What a waste of time. I hate wrapping paper.
You're great, Galen.
We got to run.
Such a wonderful
You have a
guy.
good day. Thank you. Be careful out there.
All right, bye all.
All right, bye. We'll be right back.
I'm Jennifer, the Executive Director of Palm Garden, and I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
I'm Mary Ann, the Director of Clinical Services, and my staff and I will ensure that the needs of all our residents are met.
I'm Nadia, the Director of Guest Services, and I will be fluffing pillows for our new guests staying with us over the holidays.
I'm Crystal, also from Palm Garden, and I hope each of you have a blessed Christmas as we celebrate the Savior's birth.
Merry Christmas from Palm Garden!
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. In the tax reform fight, a vote as soon as tonight in the Senate. Democrat Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer calling the bill very partisan.
It's not a great product. That's why the other side is rushing it through.
And the Republicans are not at 50 votes. Senators to watch so far: Ron Johnson, Steve Daines want to talk more about small business. Bob Corker, Jeff Flake, James Langford worried about the debt.
Fox's Leland Vittert. More allegations out about Matt Lauer, fired yesterday as Today Show host.
A report by the New York Times says an incident with a married female staffer in 2001 included Matt Lauer locking the door to his office and sexually assaulting the woman until she passed out.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers. Lauer issuing an apology in a statement saying, "There are no words to express my sorrow and regret for the pain I've caused others by words and actions." Fox News. We report, you decide.
When it comes to the holidays, the hustle and bustle doesn't stop. Well, unless your car breaks down. Whatever this season brings, it helps to have Hum by Verizon. Hum is the connected car system that assists and empowers drivers. Now you can check your car's health from your phone, get help if you're stuck on the side of the road, and if Hum detects a crash, it can automatically notify emergency services. It's a smart way to stay informed about your car and keep your family safer on the road. This holiday season, get Hum and get where you're going. Visit hum.com or your local Verizon store for special holiday savings.
So I always have big plans to start my shopping early. Then life gets in the way. But thanks to thecompanystore.com, I always get the gifts right. They make great homemade gifts that are perfect for everyone in my family. And if you know my family, that's a gift in itself.
TheCompanyStore.com has been perfecting the comforts of home for over 100 years. From cozy pajamas and mittens to home decor and more. Visit TheCompanyStore.com and enter the code ELF by December 21st for guaranteed Christmas delivery plus free shipping.
The weather is brought to you by MyFWC.com. Safe boating is no accidents. A nice day for Thursday with a mix of sun and clouds and a high of 77 to 81. A moonlit sky Thursday night. There can be some fog patches late Thursday night and into early Friday. The overnight lows ranging from the 50s inland to 64 along the coast. Later Friday, partly sunny, high 76 to 80. Saturday, a nice day with sunshine and some clouds, high again 76 to 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Bicycles are great fun. You see nature up close. You get no impact to exercise. The possibilities are endless. You could start your bicycling adventure at Brick City Bicycles. Young or old, experienced or a new rider, visit Brick City Bicycles at 217 Southeast 1st Avenue right here in Ocala. Brick City Bicycles has everything all under one roof. With holidays right around the corner, Santa wanted you to know now's the time to lay away that special gift. Stop by today. Brick City Bicycles. Hey guys, looking for something unique? Then try TripAdvisor's #1, the Gypsy Gold Farm Tour. What's so special? Your 2-hour tour begins with one of the most unique stories in the annals of equine history and continues with a walk to meet historical gypsy vanner horses and more. Photo opportunities and a gift shop await your holiday visit. Tours are every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 10 a.m. until noon. Only $20 per person. Children 5 years old and under are free. Book now at gypsygold.com. Be sure to tune in to hear about innovative financial strategies on the long-running program Prosper with Keith Singer. You will learn about intelligent ways to safely grow and preserve your wealth, create reliable income streams, and maximize your legacy. Tune in Saturday at 8:05 a.m. and again on Sunday at 10:05 a.m. Prosper with Keith Singer.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Why is there a helicopter in the yard?
Never mind that. We have bigger issues.
Really? Bigger than a helicopter?
Your parents are going to be here for the big dinner, and the garbage disposal is making some crazy noise, and it wasn't Christmas music.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you tried shoving an entire sack of potatoes down the disposal.
It wasn't the entire sack, just most of it.
Now's not the time for more jokes, Mr. Funny Man.
Well, I did try to fix it, but...
Do you have to do this every holiday?
No, I did skip Easter.
What did we agree the rules are?
No more circus animals in the house.
No, not that one.
Oh, if water runs through it, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
Because they don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. So put down the blowtorch and pick up the phone.
Yes, dear. 866-314-4443.
And why is there a helicopter in the yard?
Oh, that? Black Friday sale.
Happy holidays from all of us here at Mike Scott Plumbing.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.